Welcome, dear students, for the lecture on IDRBT, that is Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology. In my earlier lectures, while explaining the applications of information technology in banking, I talked about the process of bank computerization and the concept of bank computerization in India. Then I talked about the application or the use of information technology in banking. Now in this particular lecture, I will talk about the Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology. This particular institution was established in March 1996. This is the apex institution which is working for the research and development in the field of banking technology. This particular institution conducts the research activities which are required in the field of banking technology. It also provides the consultancy services to the banking sector of our country, and it also looks over the application of the technology in the banking sector. This particular institution was established by Reserve Bank of India, and it is working as an apex institution in India in the field of banking technology. So in this particular lecture, I will explain the background behind establishing this particular institution. Then we will see the objectives of the institution, and at last we will discuss about the role of the institution in banking technology. So let us start discussing the information, discussing about the Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology. In my earlier lecture, as I talked about the bank computerization, at the time I talked about the Rangarajan committee which was appointed by the government in order to take a survey of the Indian banking sector. So that C. Rangarajan committee, which was appointed in 1983, after its appointment, it has given its report in the year 1984. On the basis of that particular report, the process of bank computerization or the implementation of the computerization in the banking started, say, from that particular report or from that particular time. C. Rangarajan committee, after its formation, they studied how we can implement the process of computerization in our country. In our earlier lectures, I told that the process of bank computerization or the implementation of information technology in Indian banking sector started in India in 1980s, and the foundation of that particular bank computerization process was laid down by the report of the Rangarajan committee. In the report of 1984, the Rangarajan committee recommended to implement the process of bank computerization in India. It recommended to apply or the application of information technology in the banking sector. So since from that period, the computerization process, the computerization of banking sector started in India. Then the same committee also disclosed its second report in 1989. The C. Rangarajan committee published its two reports, the first in 1984 and the second report in 1989, and in both these reports this particular committee strongly recommended for the implementation or the application of the computerization process in the banking sector. It means the bank computerization process or the application of information technology in banking sector started in our country in 1980s. That is what the background which I explained in my earlier lecture. So after some time period, the top management in the banking sector realized that there is a need to undertake the research and development activities in banking technology. And they also felt the need to provide the training in banking technology. So in order to conduct this research and development activities and to provide the training in the banking technology, they felt to establish some institution, to establish such a platform that will serve the purpose, that will provide these services. For that sake, the committee was appointed in the committee was on technology upgradation in the payment system. This particular committee recommended for a variety of payment applications which can be implemented. The committee also suggested for setting up of the institution, the apex institution or the higher learning institution in the country. And on the basis of the recommendation of this particular committee on technology upgradation in the payment system, at last in the year 1996 month of March, established this institution as IDRBT. This IDRBT is an autonomous center for development and research in banking sector. This is the institution of higher learning in the banking technology. It is, as I already mentioned, it is the apex institution in the sector or in the area of banking technology. Now, after understanding the process of the establishment and the background of this particular institution, now we will take a look at the objectives of this institution. The very first objective of this institution is this institution is established to meet the technology requirement of the banking sector. In today's competitive world, the bank requires the upgraded technology in order to provide variety of services to their customers. And to provide variety of the user-friendly services to the customer, they do need the help of technology. They require the technology. So in order to meet the technological requirement of the banking, and on the other hand, in order to perform their day-to-day transactions, in order to simplify the performance of their day-to-day transaction, they need technology. So in order to meet the requirement of the Indian banking system, this particular institution is working. That IDRBT is working. The second objective is to incubate and develop a banking technology. Incubate and development means to find out some tricks or to find out and to develop new banking technology. Whatever the new product in banking sector which are related with the technology, in order to develop that new product, in order to develop the new services, the initial level of concepts and initial level of research and development activity takes place in this particular institution. That's why the second objective is to incubate and develop new banking technology is one of the objectives and responsibilities of this particular institution. The third objective is to understand emerging global technologies. This particular institution is established with an intention to make the Indian banking system very competent and to cope up with the emerging global technologies, to compete with the global competition, to prepare the Indian banking system or to enhance the services of the Indian banking system. The Indian banking system, they need to provide the technological help in order to compete with the foreign sector banks. So in order to cope up with that foreign sector banks, in order to meet the global requirement, so this particular institution used to provide various services to the Indian banking. That's why the third objective is to understand the emerging global technologies and to, after understanding that emerging technology, this institution do provide guidelines and develop the required technology for the Indian banking and financial sector. The next objective is to provide training, advisory and counseling. The responsibility of this institution, the objective of this institution is to provide technology regarding the banking technology, to provide training regarding the banking technology. It also provides the advisory services to the Indian banking system, and it also works as a counselor. It also provides the counseling services to the Indian banking system as far as the banking technology is concerned. And the next objective is to create a group of professionals and experts. It means in the academic area, this institution also provides the academic platform to the individuals. It creates professionals, it creates researchers, it creates experts by providing various platform and by providing various types of training to the professional and experts. So it is the intention to create group of professionals and experts which are required in the banking sector. So in this way, these are the 5 objectives of this particular institution, that is the Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology. After understanding the objectives of this institution, now we will see what are the role of IDRBT. While discussing the role of IDRBT, the very first role here I mentioned is the role of consultancy. The consultancy means this apex institution in banking technology, it do provides consultancy services to the Indian banking sector. Whatever the services the Indian banking system are needed in case of application of information technology or computerization of the banking system, all that related services, the consultancy is provided by this particular IDRBT, this particular institution. So very first role, that's why we mentioned this institution provides consultancy services to Indian banking. The second role of this institution is it conducts research and development activities in these 4 areas. In these 4 areas, that is financial networking and application, electronic payment and settlement system, security technology and financial sector, financial information system and analytics. In these 4 areas, the IDRBT do provide research and development services or research and development activity they do conduct. The financial network and application means to create the networking of various bank branches. The second one is electronic payment and settlement system, means it is related, the area is related with the e-payment. E-payment means payment with the help of information technology. Payment by using internet banking, payment by using mobile banking means using the electronic devices for making the payments and settlements. In that area too, this institution provide the research facility. The next is security technology for financial sectors. Security means while using these electronic devices, internet banking, mobile banking, there may be a possibility of some interruptions. There may be a possibility of some frauds. There may be a possibility of stealing the data by the hackers. So in order to protect the banking sector from all these threats, the research activity should be conducted in this particular specific area. So this institution also conducts the activity of research in the security of the technology for financial sector. And the last area is financial information system and analytics. In order to develop the banking sector, whatever the data is available with the bank, they use that particular data, that is the information system, for the further development of the banking sector. So in this area also, this IDRBT provides the research platform. So these are the 4 different areas in which the research and development activities are conducted by this institution. This is the second role. The third role of IDRBT, it works as a research center, or this IDRBT established various research centers in order to conduct research in that specific area. There are 6 research centers which are working in this particular institution, that is IDRBT. The first research center is about Center for Mobile Banking. This particular center is working for the research in mobile banking. As we know, there are different operating systems used by the mobile, different features they do have, that is based on the operating system of the mobile. Different level of applications are functioning in the mobile. Android device is there, iPhone system is there, and their operating systems are different, their versions are different. While developing the banking tools or the various applications of the banking, this particular center study over that particular area, and they do provide various safe and secure applications for the mobile banking, for providing the mobile banking services to the customers. This research center will study over the operating systems of the mobile, various features of the mobile, various applications of the mobile, and how we can provide the safe and secure platform for the mobile banking users. That is what the intention of this particular research center. The second center is Center for Cyber Security. Various types of risks and threats are involved while performing the banking operations with the help of information technology. Various threats and various types of risks are involved. It means while using these electronic services, while using these electronic gadgets, we are under threat. That what threat is there? It might be a possibility that our data, the electronic data, might be stolen by some hackers. So in order to protect the banking sector as a whole, in order to protect the customers and their customer data, the cyber security is, the research over the area of cyber security is very essential. So therefore, there are various types of risks which are involved in banking transactions and various threats. In order to provide the security to these threats and to the risks, this particular cyber security center is working in this particular institution. The third one is Center for Payment System. This Center for Payment System means to move money between two parties. This research center is working over the particular area of payment system. Payment system means the one party, if a one party is making a payment to the another party, means payer and payee is involved in this transaction. In this particular transaction in the payment system, the money moves from one party to another party, or money moves between the two parties. So what precautions should be maintained? What type of applications are required for the transfer of payment from one party to another? In order to study this payment system, the third center of research is working in this institution. The fourth institution is Center for Affordable Technology. Affordable technology means the technology should be affordable to each and every bank and every branch, to provide the banking services to all the people at the affordable rate. So very affordable. To make the service of the technology affordable, this particular research center is working for making a research how to provide the affordable technology services to the banking sector. The center is working. The next center is Center for Cloud Computing. Cloud computing means a practice of using a network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store, manage and process data rather than a local server or a personal computer. This Center of Cloud Computing, the research center on the cloud computing, is also working there in this institution under the IDRBT. The cloud computing means, for example, one particular branch, if it needs to share the data with other branches, if a one particular bank, it needs, or one particular bank organization needs to share its data, share its services, share its applications with the other branches of its particular bank, then they can use the cloud computing. In this cloud computing, the remote server facility, network of the remote server facility is provided to the various branches. So in this area of cloud computing, in the research of the cloud computing is undertaken by this particular institution. The next research center is Center for Excellence for Analytics. Now the banking sector, in my earlier lecture I mentioned while explaining the process of bank computerization, that back office application, total branch automation, and the third point I mentioned about the core banking solution. Now banking sector are thinking to go beyond the core banking application or the core banking solution. So while working on this particular area, they require the data whichever available with the banking sector. So the banking sector use that particular data, how they can utilize this particular data for the more better banking performance, for providing more better services to the customers, for the development of the technology in the banking sector. So analytics is required for that. The analytics is required for that particular thing. So therefore, the Center for Excellence of Analytics for the analytics is also working under the IDRBT. So these are the 6 centers which are working under IDRBT. The next role of the IDRBT is academics. It also offering various programs. The first program is IDRBT postdoctoral fellowship. Means after completing the PhD, one can apply for this postdoctoral fellowship. They do offer the program of postdoctoral fellowship in the area of banking technology. The second program they do offer is the PhD program in computer sciences and information technology. Means apart from providing the platform of information technology consultancy services to the banking sector, this particular organization, institution is also offer various programs in the academic area. This first program is about postdoctoral fellowship. The second program is about PhD program. The third program is IDRBT research project schemes. In order to undertake various research projects, the platform is provided by this IDRBT in order to conduct the research. The fourth one is IDRBT project finance scheme. It also provides finance to various projects. And the fifth one is it offers PG diploma in banking technology. These are the academic areas. These are the academic programs which is offered by IDRBT. The next role is Information Security Office Forum. This IDRBT is provide platform for learning technology. It share day-to-day problems concerning banking sector. It also continuously upgrade the security of banks. It is working like a forum. It do provide counseling services and it also do solve day-to-day problems of the banking sector. The problems which are related with the information technology. So this is the fifth role of the institution IDRBT. The next role is, the next important thing is that the External Export Review Committee, that is EERC, was established in the year 2009 under the chairmanship of C. Rangarajan. This expert committee was constituted with an intention to study the international standards of Indian banking system, or to study the international standards of information technology application in Indian banking sector. And it also constituted, the committee also constituted with an intention to attract the best researchers and teachers in this particular institution. So over these two particular areas, international standard of information technology application and researchers and teachers in the field, the committee undertook the study and they recommended that the applied research should be conducted. In order to enhance the quality of this institution, that is IDRBT, this institution requires to undertake the applied research. That is what the committee is recommended. The second recommendation of the committee is that the collaborative research should be conducted with the national and international universities in the field of information technology or application of technology in the banking sector. This institution needs to conduct the research in collaboration with international universities. And another recommendation given by the committee is to encourage the faculty members of this institution to apply for the funding, at national and international agencies. Whatever the international agencies, they are providing funds for undertaking the research in the area of banking technology. The faculty members who are working over there in this institution, they should be encouraged to apply for those fundings. So these are the recommendations given by this particular committee. So in this way, with the help of these 6 points, we can explain the role of IDRBT, that is the role of Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology. So in this way, the information on IDRBT is completed here, and in my next lecture I will explain the point of mobile banking and internet